Berries lead by a point, 6-5. 5:10 to go in the first half, Dave.
I'll tell you one thing that you can see in this ball game already, Howard. Both teams are very fundamentally sound. And if our fans out there like high school basketball, they're going to love this game. They get down in the stance defensively. They handle the ball well. They check out well. They do all the things to make you a good basketball team both ways. Both Logansport and Frankfort have already shown that.
Mike Bell and Ben Geisler check in for Frankfort. They go at it different defensively, different philosophies, one in the zone, the other a man-to-man. And the ball belongs to visiting Logansport, and that's Springer's third turnover of the game, Dave.
So far, Travis Best is winning that battle because he's putting so much pressure on Caleb Springer. You must remember, this is Caleb Springer's first year playing point guard, so he's still getting used to a new position.
Best to Foster. Over to Bell. Foster, no good.
You know, his shot is so good, I think every time Andy Foster shoots, it's going to go in. It's always dead on center.
Best, there's Foster again.
Travel.
And he walks as he makes his move.
Andy didn't think he did, but it kind of looked like he did when he ball faked, and that's another thing you'll see Marty Eckenbarger's ball club do very well. They shot fake and then put the dribble down very quickly.
Eckenbarger made the point to me earlier in the week that his club got slowed down and is behind because of football. He had several kids on the football team which did so well. The shot is good. Matt Lucas has his first 2 points.
Remember Coach Springer was saying give it to Lucas. That's why he wants Lucas to have the ball. He's been wide open down there.
Bell on the baseline.
He's stuck in the lane. Maybe get 3 seconds. He did. You never want to pick your dribble up in the 3-second area.
We'll pause for these messages.
High school athletics are an important part of your community, and so is community banking. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years, First Farmers Bank and Trust is your hometown community bank. While deposits in larger banks may be invested several states away, the money you entrust to First Farmers is reinvested into small businesses, farms, and families in your area. So keep your interest at home. Come see us at First Farmers Bank and Trust, helping your community grow. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Since 1845, Mohawk has been the leader in high-quality carpets at every price point. We at McCool's Flooring Outlet also believe in selling quality flooring at the best possible value. That's why McCool's has become Indiana's #1 Mohawk dealer. Along with providing the best name brand in carpet, McCool's also carries the leading brands in vinyl, ceramic, and hardwood. So stop by McCool's Flooring Outlet for expert help with all your floor covering needs on US 31 South Kokomo and 146 in US 31 Westfield.
Among the Frankfort boosters is Copestick Insurance Agency at 259 East Walnut Street, Frankfort. For all your insurance needs, remember Copestick Insurance Agency, a proud booster of Frankfort athletics. Call them today at 654-5546.
A family I don't even know saved my life. Their son died in a crash. Before the accident, he told his family he wanted to be an organ and tissue donor. I got his heart. I thank that family every day that I can be with mine.
Make the decision to become an organ and tissue donor. Be sure that your family knows your wishes. And remember, share your life, share your decision.
For a free brochure, call 1-888-55-SHARE.
Play back in. Logansport leading 8-5. Halfway through this first quarter. And another steal. Logansport, near steal there. There's a long one by Springer that's no good. And that shot is good. Matt Lucas scores again. And the Berries look sharp.
He scored the last 2 baskets, and you're going to see 51 Lucas in this mix now because they know he's open. They know he can finish.
Logansport with a 5-point lead. The follow by Bell, no good. Springer, who is a good rebounder, has the rebound. Springer off the dribble.
Both of his shots, he's kind of faded away, and he's got the front edge. He's got to step toward the basket when he releases the ball.
Bell on the right side to Foster for 3, and he hits. Andy Foster's first 3 points of the game. It's 10-8 Logansport. 3:11 to go in the first quarter.
I mentioned a minute ago, Andy Foster, number 41 in white, is not a young man you want to leave open. He missed his first 2. He's going to shoot the ball all night because he's just a great shooter. Great shooters just keep shooting. They don't let a miss bother them.
Foster with the interception.
3 on 2.
Eric Eckelbarger is fouled in the act of shooting.
That foul's going to go against Matt Lucas, the big boy, number 51, his first. That's good penetration there by Eckenbarger. He's a good point guard. He knows how to penetrate. He's already gotten a steal for 1 basket. That time it was 3 on 2, and Foster just gave him a nice pass, and he went straight to the hoop. He'll be shooting 2 free throws.
So Eckelbarger, the 5'10 junior, will be shooting 2.
You know, he's a young man you don't hear too much about. Quite frankly, when a coach's son is playing for him, that coach is a little bit cautious in saying too much about his own son, and I'm sure Marty is that way, but Eric Eckenbarger is a fine basketball player.
And he makes the second. He is a 5'10 junior. And it's a 1-point Logansport lead as Springer spins across the midcourt line.
You know, I've got to say, Caleb Springer does not look real comfortable at that point position. Travis Best is putting a lot of heat on him.
Springer missing the shot. The follow. Another follow. Matt Lucas, 6'5 senior. Foster for 3, no good. All Logansport for the rebound. Grabbed down by Mike Danley. Danley throws it away.
That's twice that I think Danley's gone a little bit too quick. He went in there before and got stripped. That time he threw the ball away. He's doing a good job penetrating, but he's got to keep control of the basketball and kick it a little bit sooner to his teammates.
Joe Davis checks in for Logansport. And he replaces Mike Danley.
We called that a zone earlier. Logansport is playing a man-to-man with heavy sag, but they're definitely in a man-to-man defense also.
Ball belongs to Frankfort. Here's Eckelbarger. Geisler, and he's fouled. The officials tonight, Roger Holder and Ed Scahill. I like what they said at the outset over the PA system. When they announced the officials, they said, Mr. Roger Holder, Mr. Ed Scahill, giving them the respect they deserve. We'll pause for these messages.
For over 50 years, Weldy Custom Exterior in Frankfort has been serving this area, and they're proud of their high-quality vinyl windows. Now you can talk to Weldy Windows in Kokomo. All Weldy window replacements have energy-efficient features like an 8-chambered main frame, optional argon gas-enhanced low-E glass, special formulated vinyl material, interlocking sash corners, and tamper-resistant dual locks.
For a free estimate on Welty windows or ABC seamless siding, call your Central Indiana manufacturer now.
At Fry & Ginda Funeral Home in Frankfort, we understand that you need a caring place to turn to after a loved one has passed away. We've put families first for over 60 years, and we know that you don't have to be impersonal to be professional. In fact, every service is handled with the individual care and attention it deserves. At Fry & Ginda, you'll find a comforting environment in which needed arrangements can be made. Our home is open to you at your time of need. Fry & Ginda Funeral Home in Frankfort, putting families first.
Good pay for hard work. That simple idea has built a nation and given workers in America's heartland the power to raise families and shape communities. Granted, a few things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same. We still believe in good pay for a day's work. We're IBP Logansport, an equal opportunity employer. Apply today. Contact the employment office or call 1-800-728-2709.
I'm Carol Everett. I was involved in the abortion industry for 6 years. A partial birth abortion means that the baby is pulled from the mother's body feet first, delivered except for the head. Instruments are inserted into the base of the skull, the brain suctioned out, the head crushed, and the baby is delivered intact, dead. Please pray for the end of abortion.
First shot missed by Geisler. Frankfort 2 of 5. Now it is 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Ball saved by Frankfort.
Nice double team there by
Knocked away. Logansport ball. Williams. They move that ball around crisply. Danley won't go down. And the rebound to Travis Best. Here's Foster.
Frankfort always runs a sideline break. When they get a rebound, they'll look up the side and try to throw it deep.
Best misses. Davis has the rebound for Logansport. Man basket hanging. Williams, they didn't get it to him, though. Springer misses the shot.
Got 3 on 2 again. Nice bounce pass.
Well, he short hopped him.
Short hopped him, but I thought that's one that normally Travis Best will pick up. And Coach Eckenbarger didn't like the pass from Foster. They had a 3 on 2. And normally you want the ball player to keep the dribble until a defense commits. Andy threw that much early. He should attack at least to the foul line and make a defender come to him. Now it's a 2-on-1 when he makes a pass.
And they throw it away. Foster is 1 of 4 from three-point land. Springer is 0 of 4 from the field.
That last defensive series by Frankfort, you saw how much they overplay. Travis Best really got in the passing lane and forced an errant pass by the Berries.
And that'll count? No basket. Ben Geisler making the move on the baseline.
I thought he had a good basket. That foul they're calling on Joe Davis, and I have him for 2, Howard. Here comes a replay on that, and let's see if he gets the shot off before the contact. Davis got him, I thought, just on the release. I still, after looking at it, would have to count that basket. That was a nice move by Geisler.
Mike Bell inbounding. Does so to Foster.
Notice how they ball fake almost every time. That's a great thing for a young player to pick up.
Best, Travis Best along the left baseline. And a man up court is free. Danley, nice move.
I'll tell you what,
Danley.
Matt Danley has shown great athletic ability. He can hang in the air. He's a good jumper. Very, very good athlete. Number 25 for Logansport, Danley.
Logansport by 3. 24 seconds left in the quarter. Travis Best. Calling him closely there. The foul is on Matt Williams. His first. Incidentally, Dave Springer succeeded Eddie Schilling as head coach here. Schilling went to UMass as an assistant under John Calipari, and now as an assistant under Calipari with the New Jersey Nets.
Right. Dave was Eddie Schilling's assistant. When he left, they gave him the varsity job.
Foster blocking foul on Miller. 2 on Buzz Miller.
That was a good call. They're just going to have to move their feet because Frankfort is very good at putting the basketball on the floor, driving, particularly to the baseline.
Here is Andy Foster at the line, 1 and 1. Logansport is not a quick team. They're good in half court. They don't want to get into a running game with Frankfort.
That's true. The athletic ability might favor Frankfort a little bit, but Logansport plays in the North Central Conference, so they know how to play. And Danley, as I mentioned, has already shown athletic ability to stay with anyone.
Foster makes the first free throw. Now, Frankfort is not a particularly big team, but they're good shooters.
We mentioned, Howard, that Frankfort got a little bit of a late start. They won their first football sectional in the history of the school, and Andy Foster was a big part of that team, as was Harris. And so they haven't been playing basketball very many days.
Here's Springer. Well, Best is making Springer work. Danley. Danley for 3, and he's fouled in the act of shooting by Travis Best.
You want to come out and contest a shot, but you don't want to foul the guy. He was a good 3 feet behind the 3 line. He's obviously going to get 3 free throws, and with good pressure, that's a tough shot. You just don't want to commit that foul, and Travis, I know Travis Best knows that.
Here's Joe Alkire checking in, and he'll replace Caleb Springer, who did not score.
Caleb's off to a difficult start, and I have to give Travis Best a lot of credit for that because he's been with him all night.
Matt Danley at the line. He'll get 1 more. Or he'll get 2 more. He was fouled and going for a 3-point shot. So he gets 3 shots.
He has 7 points already here in the first quarter. Now 8.
He is a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He also has 2 field goals.
And it was an untimely foul. Frankfort had just worked themselves in a position to tie or take the lead. Now they go down 4 again when they give up
7/10 of a second, and that is the end of the first quarter. The score after 1. Logansport 17, Frankfort 13. We'll be back after these messages.
The Athletic Annex and Awards has moved to downtown Frankfort. Athletic Annex is under the new ownership of Scott Stewart, and he's ready to serve the sportswear needs of Central Indiana. The Athletic Annex has a wide variety of t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, and caps from high school to professional teams. The Athletic Annex also has trophies, awards, and sweatshirt and t-shirt transfers and a large selection of athletic shoes. So come to downtown Frankfort and see 1979 Marsh Hall of Fame Classic alumni Scott Stewart at the Athletic Annex, or call 654-4167.
Magic? No, it's keyless entry and remote start from Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff. You can start your vehicle from inside your home or office up to 400 feet away. Your car turns on its heat or air and automatically shuts off if you should forget. It can't be unlocked or driven without your key. Keyless entry is convenient and turns on your interior lights for safety. They also install cruise control, rear window defoggers, power locks, windows, and trunk release too. Is it magic? No, it's Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff at the corner of State Roads 19 and 22, Kokomo.
Among the Frankfort boosters is Copestick Insurance Agency at 259 East Walnut Street, Frankfort. For all your insurance needs, remember Copestick Insurance Agency, a proud booster of Frankfort athletics. Call them today at 654-5546.
There's more in life than killing and violence, but a lot of people don't see that.
My friend does carry a gun, and he carries it all the time. You try and tell him, like, hey, man, you don't need this. Why don't you get rid of it? I just ask him, you have friends, you have family, why are you carrying this gun?
Communication is the key. You got to be able to communicate in life.
They're not respecting themselves. They're not respecting others. I'm not afraid to express how I feel.
I think that's good that you told him how you feel about this situation.
You can reach so many more people with your voice than you can with a gun.
Play back in period 2. Logansport leading 17-13. Here are some first quarter stats.
Well, the shooting for Frankfort was really cold. They were 4 of 13. Logansport 2 better. They were 6 of 13. Each team had 6 turnovers. So even in that department.
Ball belongs to Frankfort. And a baseline move by Ben Geisler. His first 2 points of the game.
I'll tell you what, they know how to use that baseline and protect the ball by squaring up to the bankboard with their shoulders. That was a great move.
Logansport ball, Danley.
Traveled.
They got Lucas for traveling.
Got to put the ball down put the ball down before you move your feet. And we've seen that 2 or 3 times. We're trying to go so quickly that they're shuffling those feet. Now you're going to see a true 1-2-2 zone here by Logansport. Watch for Andy Foster on one wing and Travis Best on the other to light it up.
Travis Best with the inbounds pass.
Got Foster down in the corner, and you're going to have Best on the wing. They're on this. There they are, overload on the same side.
We had 1 tie and 3 lead changes in the first quarter. Logansport led by 5, the biggest lead at 10-5. Foster misses the follow. Mason Harris.
Great effort, great ball fake. Excellent job offensive rebounding by Harris.
And we are tied at 17 as Springer banks it home and has his first 2 points of the game.
And a good player and a good scorer like Springer, once he gets a basket, look out, he could cut loose and run off a string of points. Good shot there by Foster.
Off the screen. He's off to a slow start.
I'll tell you what, he normally knocks that one down.
4 on 1. Matt Williams scores. Logansport by 4. Best way off the mark. Springer with a rebound.
A little bit rushed by Travis Best there. He good penetration, but he was not open.
And Springer is called for traveling. We have 6:29 left in the first half, and Logansport leads by 4.
I think Dave Springer, the coach, has seen enough of that defense. He's just switched back to number 4 defense. It's going to be a man-to-man. He didn't like the looks of that zone. Andy Foster missed those, but he was wide open. He didn't want to give him any more open shots. Good call by him.
To Harris. Best. Harris has the ball knocked away and out of bounds. Our executive producer, Dennis Casey, director, Dave West, statistician, Tim Borf.
I tell you what, Howard, we have to give Dennis Casey credit for the schedule he's given Channel 40 this year. We've had some great basketball games for the fans to watch, and certainly this is shaping up to be another one.
Absolutely. Here's Eckelbarger. Foster.
Nice pass.
Down low. Ben Geisler.
That's made possible because of the respect they have for Andy Foster. They rushed at him, thought he was going to shoot it, and he just dropped it off inside to Geisler. A good player will do that.
2-point Logansport lead, and a nice move by Matt Danley, who now has a game-high 11 points on 3 field goals and 5 of 5 from the line. Eckelbarger. The follow no good by Best. Best again. Counts in a foul.
Little versatility there by Travis Best, going to the boards from the guard spot, getting an offensive putback for 2, and now he gets a chance for 3. But he's a good athlete. He's put on about 20 pounds, and you can see it in his arms and upper body.
Matt Williams commits his second personal.
We're going to see a replay of that. Watch Travis Best, a guard. He doesn't watch the ball in the air. You're going to see him go to the, there he is. Now watch 31. He's got the inside position. He goes up and tips it, but now he pulls it, puts it on the glass and draws a foul. Just a great play. He had to go to his left hand on that shot.
Best at the line. Free throw is good. He now has 8. It is a 1-point lead for visiting Logansport. Springer. Tough man-to-man defense employed by a homestanding Frankfort. Springer. Rejected by Best.
Good team defense there. Geisler really helped him out.
Eckelbarger. Good. It's a 3 for Eric Eckelbarger. Frankfort takes the lead, 25-23. It's an 8-2 run for Frankfort. And a baseline shot by Springer ties it up.
He's got a nice turnaround down there. I think he's more comfortable along that baseline than he is out on top of the offense.
Eckelbarger. 4.5 to go in the first half. We're tied at 25. Foster. Nice pass down low. Geisler misses the jumper. The rebound to Matt Lucas.
Well, Ben Geisler didn't have his balance on that shot and probably should have held up, kicked it back outside.
Danley down low to Lucas in the lane, and he hits. Matt Lucas, who is playing with a twisted ankle, has 8 points.
Nice crossover move there by the big guy down low. A move you got to have if you're a post player.
And it's a 3 for Mason Harris. Frankfort takes the lead 28-27. Springer all the way. And he's caught fire with 6 quick points.
Remember, we said when a good player gets that first one, he can go on a roll, and Caleb Springer has started that roll with 6 points in this quarter.
Best off the dribble. And the rebound taken down by Matt Lucas. Here's Kyle Miller. Timeout. Logansport. 3:26 left in the first half. It is Frankfort 28, Logansport 24. Check that. It is Logansport 29, Frankfort 28. We'll be back after these messages.
The Athletic Annex and Awards has moved to downtown Frankfort. Athletic Annex is under the new ownership of Scott Stewart, and he's ready to serve the sportswear needs of Central Indiana. The Athletic Annex has a wide variety of t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, and caps from high school to professional teams. The Athletic Annex also has trophies, awards, and sweatshirt and t-shirt transfers and a large selection of athletic shoes. So come to downtown Frankfort and see 1979 Marsh Hall of Fame Classic alumni Scott Stewart at the Athletic Annex, or call 654-4167.
Magic? No, it's keyless entry and remote start from Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff. You can start your vehicle from inside your home or office up to 400 feet away. Your car turns on its heat or air and automatically shuts off if you should forget. It can't be unlocked or driven without your key. Keyless entry is convenient and turns on your interior lights for safety. They also install cruise control, rear window defoggers, power locks, windows, and trunk release too. Is it magic? No, it's Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff at the corner of State Roads 19 and 22, Kokomo.
For over 50 years, Weldy Custom Exterior in Frankfort has been serving this area, and they're proud of their high-quality vinyl windows. Now you can talk to Weldy Windows in Kokomo. All Weldy window replacements have energy-efficient features like an 8-chambered main frame, optional argon gas-enhanced low-E glass, special formulated vinyl material, interlocking sash corners, and tamper-resistant dual locks.
For a free estimate on Welty windows or ABC seamless siding, call your Central Indiana manufacturer now.
It makes life safer to have rules. Yeah, if you didn't have rules, someone would get hurt.
You shouldn't make noise on the bus because sometimes the bus driver, he needs to hear everything.
Like when you have to stop by the train tracks. Yeah. You shouldn't stay too close to the curb, otherwise you could get flattened or something.
You should walk at least 10 feet away from the bus so you can see the driver and the driver can see you.
It's very cool to follow the rules.
Play back in, 3:26 left in the half. It's 29-28 in favor of Logansport. Logansport ball, Dave.
Coach Eckenbarger has decided to rest Travis Best here for a second, and I think that's a good move. He's really been hawking Caleb Springer, and his last 2 shots have been short. And also, Coach Eckenbarger's saying that last 2 was shot too quickly, Travis. Let's get just a little bit better shot.
Brian Castle with the interception. Here's Foster. They swing it on the right to Harris.
They need to screen more, and that's what Coach Eckenbarger's been saying. He's been screaming, screen, screen, screen. They run the IU motion, and they do need to help each other get open just a little bit better.
Harris missing. Castle with a rebound out to Eckelbarger.
Frankfort has a ton of offensive rebounds. They're very quick to the board, and they don't stand around. When that shot goes up, they crash to the boards and find a seam. And you can be a good offensive rebounder if you'll just go get it off the board.
The follow no good by Geisler, but he's fouled in the act of shooting.
That foul was on Matt Lucas, his second. But there again, you saw just what I was talking about. Relentless on going to the offensive boards by the Frankfort Hot Dogs. The best team I've seen in crashing the boards to this point.
2:41 left in the half.
Here, you're going to see a replay. Now, I want you to watch the guys in the white shirt and watch them crash the board. See 41 Foster in there. See Geiser in there, and Geiser gets up and gets a foul. But they had 3 people in there as Harris, number 15, joins them, you see on your screen. Very, very good at finding a seam. If a player will not watch the shot in the air and crash the boards, you can gain advantage.
You're looking at Matt Danley, number 25. Now you get Ben Geisler, a 6'5" junior. And he makes the free throw, his first free throw of the game after missing 2 earlier. He now has 5 points.
He's done a nice job in there. Big 6'5", 200-pound junior. Ben Geisler, he's done well.
We're tied at 29. Second one no good. And here are the Logansport Berries. Danley.
You notice now they've taken the ball out of Caleb Springer's hands in the ball handling and put him along that baseline. I think that's a lot better position for him.
That one is good. Jacob Kitchell hitting.
There's a few Kitchells that have come out of Cass County that we've heard about along the way.
He's a 6'1" senior. You made that point about Springer, a very good point. You can see he's more comfortable in this role.
Absolutely. He's out on the break right now, 2 on 1. He'll take it to Hull.
And Springer scores. He now has 4 field goals, all of them in the last few minutes for 8 points. Logansport with 4 quick points leads by 4. Here's Harris, and a long one by Eckelbarger, no good. And Alkire goes way up for the rebound. Saved by Kitchell into the hands of Springer.
Fans at home need to watch because Logansport is sending a flyer every time that Frankfort shoots. They're sending a man, releasing a man on the fast break. Frankfort has not picked up on it yet. Caleb Springer just scored, and they just sent a man. They missed that time. So Frankfort's going to have to get back on defense a little bit quicker.
I would think both clubs would want to see both coaches want to see their teams cut down on turnovers. As Foster hits a 3. His second 3-point field goal of the game.
Marty Eckenbarger has Travis Best back to scorer's bench, ready to get back in the ball game. He needs him in the ball game.
Springer. 1:03 to go in the half. It's a 1-point Logansport lead.
The foul was on Brian Castle, his first, and he was holding as Caleb Springer drove past. He grabbed him, and it was clearly a hold. That's only 4 personal team fouls on the Frankfort Hot Dogs, so it's be ball out of bounds, whereas Logansport has already picked up 9 personals.
Logansport ball. Here's Kitchell. Forced pass inside, another turnover.
Caleb Springer. That's a legal play. The crowd reacts, but that's a legal play.
Off the dribble, he misses.
Eckenbarger was on the floor, but he made no move to roll over or stand up. That's legal to pass from that position.
Logansport with the ball, a 1-point lead with 40 seconds left in the half.
You notice Travis Best comes right back in and bellies up with Caleb Springer.
And a long one is good. And that was Joe Alkire. His first 3 points of the game. And it appears as if Frankfort will play for the last shot, down by 4.
You see Coach Springer back and forth in the bottom of our picture there. He's complaining that Frankfort's holding on their screens. But with 10 seconds, it's not going to matter because they're going to take one shot. It'll either be Foster or Best that takes the shot.
Here's Best, 6 seconds, and he misses.
Wide open, just missed
3
it.
seconds, they can get a shot away. Springer down at the goal. That is the end of the first half with the score. Logansport 36, Frankfort 32. Back in just a moment.
For over 50 years, Weldy Custom Exterior in Frankfort has been serving this area, and they're proud of their high-quality vinyl windows. Now you can talk to Weldy Windows in Kokomo. All Weldy window replacements have energy-efficient features like an 8-chambered main frame, optional argon gas-enhanced low-E glass, special formulated vinyl material, interlocking sash corners, and tamper-resistant dual locks.
For a free estimate on Welty windows or ABC seamless siding, call your Central Indiana manufacturer now.
High school athletics are an important part of your community, and so is community banking. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years, First Farmers Bank and Trust is your hometown community bank. While deposits in larger banks may be invested several states away, the money you entrust to First Farmers is reinvested into small businesses, farms, and families in your area. So keep your interest at home. Come see us at First Farmers Bank and Trust, helping your community grow. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Some people think that buying a car is a lot like playing basketball. They feel like they have to run back and forth between dealers to score big and to get a really good deal. At Dan Young, we know playing this game is not fun, so we don't mess around. We believe in giving a fair and a competitive price the first time, every time. We know we have to earn your business, and that's why we give you the best possible service before and after the sale. If you're tired of playing around, come to Dan Young GM on State Road 28 East in Tipton. We are what buying a car or truck should be.
The Athletic Annex and Awards has moved to downtown Frankfort. Athletic Annex is under the new ownership of Scott Stewart, and he's ready to serve the sportswear needs of Central Indiana. The Athletic Annex has a wide variety of t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, and caps from high school to professional teams. The Athletic Annex also has trophies, awards, and sweatshirt and t-shirt transfers, and a large selection of athletic shoes. So come to downtown Frankfort and see 1979 Marsh Hall of Fame Classic alumni Scott Stewart at the Athletic Annex, or call 654-4167.
Howard Kelman and Dave Nicholson. We're at halftime. Logansport leading Frankfort 36-32. Logansport led by 4, 17-13 at the quarter. Matt Danley leads Logansport with 11. Buzz Miller has 2. Matt Lucas 8. Caleb Springer 8. Matt Williams 2 and Jacob Kitchell 2. Joe Alkire with 3. For Frankfort, Mason Harris has 5, Andy Foster 8, Eric Eckelbarger 6, Travis Best 8, and Ben Geisler 5. Dave, your impressions of this first half?
Well, the players that we thought would be good players have played very well. Caleb Springer got off to a very slow start in the first quarter, came on like gangbusters in the second with 8 points, as you said. I thought he, as I mentioned in the first half, he's much more comfortable down along the baseline than he was out front, primarily because Travis Best was just giving him fits on defense out front. And I know Travis Best has 8 points also, but for Frankfort to be within 4, you have to give Travis Best defense credit. He was very, very good there. Some of the stats that probably point out why the score is like it is, Frankfort, I thought, out-rebounded them. They did, 16-12. And Travis Best has 3 rebounds and Harris 3. In the shooting department, Logansport was 15 of 27 for a 55.6%, whereas Frankfort was very cool at 11 of 31 for 35.5%. Turnovers, Logan had 11, Frankfort only 7, and what's key on Frankfort, they only had 1 mistake in that second quarter, and that's why they crept back into it, actually took the lead there at one point in the second quarter. 6 lead changes, the biggest lead was 5 points, but if you look at the score, a young man that's impressed me for Logansport has been Matt Danley. He's played a heck of a ball game. He's very athletic, as I pointed out, and he has 11 points in the first half. I think you're going to see Andy Foster heated up here in the second half, and I think it's going to be close all the way, but I still think in this gym, Frankfurt's going to shoot better than 35% in the second half.
Okay, Dave, we'll be back with period 3 after these messages.
Mr. Thurston will see you now. Look what I have here, sir.
What is this, green ice cream?
Oh, spinach.
Frozen, huh?
Absolutely, Mr. Thurston. Now, food growing here can be eaten here weeks.
Frozen? Frozen food, Mr. Birdseye? People are gonna eat frozen food?
You think all bankers are alike? Talk to the Farmers Bank. We'll listen to your ideas.
Emma's is better. Emma's Pizzeria is better because of their famous all-you-can-eat buffets. The lunch buffet from 11 to 2 and the dinner buffet from 4:30 to 8, Monday through Saturday. The buffet includes pizza, salad, and drink. Emma's also has tacos and delicious stromboli and hot ham and cheese sandwiches. Plus, Tuesdays enjoy chocolate pizza, and Thursdays dig into the spaghetti buffet. So come to Emma's Pizzeria in the Frankfort Shopping Plaza or call 659-4666. Remember, Emma's is better.
At Fry and Ginda Funeral Home in Frankfort, we understand that you need a caring place to turn to after a loved one has passed away. We've put families first for over 60 years, and we know that you don't have to be impersonal to be professional. In fact, every service is handled with the individual care and attention it deserves. At Fry and Ginda, you'll find a comforting environment in which needed arrangements can be made. Our home is open to you at your time of need. Fry and Ginda Funeral Home in Frankfort, putting families first.
Do you think you have the power to change the world?
I can change the world one child at a time.
I know I can make a difference in those children's lives.
I teach.
I teach. Yes, they're teachers, but to the kids they reach, they're heroes.
I teach.
Do you have the power to wake up young minds, to be someone's hero? Teach, to make an impact on our future. Call 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Play back in. There it is, Dave.
The blue chips, the Dolphin. Most people out there know that the movie was shot right here in this arena, and they've left the Dolphin up there. And on the side of the standard for the bank board, which we probably can't see from here, it says Blue Chips, 1993.
I enjoyed the movie.
Enjoyed the movie, and it was fun to see all the hoopla and shooting it here in Frankfort, Indiana.
Nick
Big
Nolte.
event for the city.
Okay, the ball belongs to...
There's the Blue Chips 93. Excuse me.
Logansport. As we begin the third quarter, the shot is rejected, knocked out of bounds. Frankfort's ball. Logansport leading 36-32.
They came right out and rammed it into Matt Lucas, the big 6'5" center, and there was some contact there. No foul. Frankfort ball.
Best short. Best fights
Nice
for the
hustle.
rebound. Beautiful pass inside, and Brian Castle is fouled in the act of shooting.
You see what type of spirit that Travis Best has. He misses a shot that he normally would make from the right wing. He crashes the boards. They're going to see a replay here. Kicks it back inbounds to Castle and got him. Here it is right here on a hustle play. Castle uses a fake. Clearly grabbed his arm there. Foul was on number 51, Lucas, his third foul, and that's a big play because I don't think he meant to bank that, but it
You got
counts.
to call that if you're going to bank
it counts. What I was going to say, that's third foul on Matt Lucas, and he's been a big factor in the center of that offense for Logansport.
This one is short. He was better off banking it.
Should have banked them both. Frankfort will stay with this man-to-man all night long.
Logansport ball, and banking it home for the Berries, Matt Williams. Matt Williams now has 4 points. Logansport leads by 5, equals their biggest lead. And that shot is good. Travis Best
scores. We're going to call a delay a game on Travis Best here. This will be a warning because he was on the floor and Logan tried to inbound it, and he reached up and knocked it loose. Now, if that happens again, they'll ring him up with a technical foul.
You can see Marty Eckelbarger talking with the official.
Marty's trying to explain, but clearly Travis did reach up and try to knock the ball out, and you see what's happening now. This gives Frankfort a chance to set their full court press. That gives Frankfort a little bit of advantage. That's why the rule's in place. You're going to see a replay on this, and if you see Travis Best underneath. Now watch him. He scores here and falls down, 31. Now watch what he does while he's lying on the floor. They attempt to take a seam, knock the ball free. There it is. That's a violation.
You can't do that. And a steal by Harris to Best. Foster back to Best. Harris. Foster inside, and he scores. Andy Foster now has 10 points. It is a one-point lead for visiting Logansport. Logansport ball. And the turnaround no good by Lucas. Held ball. They'll be Frankfort's ball.
The Logansport coaches are really screaming about the lack of calls on against Lucas. They feel like Matt Lucas is getting fouled. There's a lot of contact. I'm not down there where I can see between them, but there is some contact.
Frankfort ball. Here's Best. Foster for 3, a long one, and he's short.
I thought he kind of faded on that.
Kept the ball alive. And a foul against Buzz Miller. 3 on Miller.
All of a sudden, Logansport may be in a little bit of foul trouble. As you said, that's 3 on Buzz Miller. And here comes a replay on that. Matt Lucas, there it is right here. Now watch this. He clearly dives under Eckenbarger. And if you don't interfere with the other player, it's legal to dive, but you can't undercut like he did there. Good call.
Harris off the dribble.
That's another blocking foul.
It is against Logansport. It is on Buzz Miller.
And that's his 4th, Howard. And he's been a valuable player for them. He only has 4 points, but he's playing awfully hard around the bank boards for Logansport. Now he's going to have to sit down.
Jacob Kitchell and Joe Davis replace Matt Lucas and Buzz Miller for visiting Logansport.
Well, Lucas has 3 fouls, but he got hit in the leg there, probably just a little bit of a cramp. He'll be back.
Foster misses. Foster battles and is fouled.
That foul's on Jacob Kitchell, his first. All of a sudden, Logansport has 4 personal fouls here in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Frankfort has 0, and you know what happens. And the visiting coach said, we're getting home, and that's just the way you feel if you're playing on the road.
Free man underneath, and he misses the shot. Danley missed the follow, though.
A lot of good plays there. Matt Williams made a great pass down court. The shot was missed, but it worked out in Logansport's favor. Caleb Springer got the follow, got the basket, and now gets a chance to turn it into 3. You're going to see that here on the screen. And watch what happens here. There's a nice pass by Williams, and there's a missed shot by Danley, but Springer's right there and turns it into a 3-point play. That's one case when you're glad your teammate missed.
Springer's hit 5 of his last 7 from the floor after missing his first 4. And he turns it into a 3-point play and now has 11 points. 4-point Logansport lead. Travis Best off the dribble. So it's 41-39 Logansport. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Springer to Joe Davis. And a blocking foul on Brian Castle. 3 on Castle.
You're right. That is the third on Castle, and you know I'm not so sure as you see Dave Springer sitting down there. He and his assistants have really been after the referee for not calling a foul. Now you've got to call away from the ball. It's going to be on Matt Danley, and he held away from the play. And I don't know if we have a shot of that, but it was at the top of the key. It was 20 feet from the basketball, and Roger Holder, the official, one of the better officials around, picked it up very clearly, had a good look at it, made the call. I did not see the play, but obviously Mr. Holder did.
So we have had a lot of fouls here in the early going. We've played 2:15 in this quarter.
Total of 7 on both teams, Howard.
Here's Eckelbarger. Best. And the rebound, Joe Davis. At 6'7", he went up for that. And a
Harris.
steal, intercepted by Harris.
Nice move, one-on-one.
He is fouled by Matt Williams. Matt Williams.
All of a sudden, here comes a replay, and you're going to see Harris make a great play. Right there, he's already got the ball. Now he makes a little head and shoulder fake here. Watch him go. Hesitation, crossover, up and under, draws a foul. Nice one-on-one individual effort.
Matt Williams' third personal. And here's Mason Harris at the line.
He had an older brother that played. Excuse me, Howard. He had an older brother that played here the past 2 years. Very good player. He also has a brother that's going to be a freshman here at Frankfort High School next year. They say he might be the best one of the three.
Joe Alkire checks back in, replacing Matt Williams, who sits down with 3.
Chance to tie it up. This has been an outstanding high school basketball game. I hope the folks out there are enjoying watching it.
Okay, the ball belongs to visiting Logansport. Springer to Kitchell. Out to Alkire.
They got to keep looking for 33 and get the ball in his hands somehow, some way. There it is.
We're tied at 41. Springer. Best knocks it away.
Nice defensive play there. Quick hands by Travis Best.
And a steal at the other end by Matt Danley. First time we've been tied since we were knotted at 29 with 2:41 to go in the first half. Tied at 41 now.
Got the big man posted.
Springer. Held ball.
That's going to go to Frankfort, I believe. Alternating possession. I think it will be white ball.
Nope. Logansport gets it.
The arrow on the scoreboard is indicating bonus and not possession. We cannot see the possession arrow. That's my fault.
Danley is free. And a high arc and a nice move by Matt
create
Danley.
That shot with the up fake. He does that
Foster
very well.
For 3. Andy Foster's hot. His third three-point field goal of the game. Frankfort takes the lead, 44-43. Kitchell to Danley. Springer driving one-handed.
It's going to be on Foster. Andy Foster was reaching with one hand for the ball and holding the big guy, Joe Davis, with his right hand, and that was a good call.
So here is Joe Davis at the line.
Here comes a replay, and you're going to see Andy Foster, 41 in white. Now watch the rebound. He's going to push off with his right arms, and then he goes up and knocks him right in the face. But he pushed off before that ball was ever knocked free.
Logansport has led most of the way, but Frankfort now leads by a point. And this game is tied as Joe Davis has his first point of the game.
You know, I said off the air when we were off the screen a while ago that if I were not looking at the scoreboard, I would think Frankfort might be up 8 or 10 points, but they just have a tough time. They get it tied, but they can't create much of a lead.
Logansport has committed more turnovers than Frankfort has committed.
There's that 1-2-2 zone we saw in the first half. You remember Foster along the baseline? He and number 31, Travis Best, they're overload on the right side. If our people will look at the bottom right corner of our screen, you'll see Foster in one corner, and then he's running the baseline. Nice pass.
Inside, but Harris wasn't ready for it.
Yep. that'll stay in Frankfort's possession. That was a nice play by Travis Best. What they try to do is run Andy Foster corner to corner and let Travis Best work in the middle of this zone. Of course, in the 1-2-2, there's a big hole in there. He's wide open.
Foster banks it home, and after a slow start,
floor.
he really has come along.
Yeah, no one picked him up on that out-of-bounds play.
2-point lead for Frankfort, and a foul on Mike Feld. We'll pause for these words.
Among the Frankfort boosters is Copestick Insurance Agency at 259 East Walnut Street, Frankfort. For all your insurance needs, remember Copestick Insurance Agency, a proud booster of Frankfort athletics. Call them today at 654-5546.
Since 1845, Mohawk has been the leader in high-quality carpets at every price point. We at McCool's Flooring Outlet also believe in selling quality flooring at the best possible value. That's why McCool's has become Indiana's #1 Mohawk dealer. Along with providing the best name brand in carpet, McCool's also carries the leading brands in vinyl, ceramic, and hardwood. So stop by McCool's Flooring Outlet for expert help with all your floor covering needs on US 31 South Kokomo and 146 in US 31 Westfield.
Good pay for hard work. That simple idea has built a nation and given workers in America's heartland the power to raise families and shape communities. Granted, a few things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same. We still believe in good pay for a day's work. We're IBP Logansport, an equal opportunity employer. Apply today. Contact the employment office or call 1-800-728-2709.
Arnie's is a tradition, and it's on the square in Frankfort. Arnie's is fun, food, and mood. Fun for the entire family with all the traditional Arnie's food. Arnie's Jr., Arnie's Pizza, soups, salads, subs, sandwiches, and more. Experience the Arnie's tradition for lunch, dinner, parties, and business meetings. Anytime is Arnie's time. Fun, food, mood.
Among the Frankfort boosters is Copestick Insurance Agency at 259 East Walnut Street, Frankfort. For all your insurance needs, remember Copestick Insurance Agency, a proud booster of Frankfort athletics. Call them today at 654-5546.
.327 left in the third quarter. Frankfort down by 2, ahead by 2, and a steal by Best.
Just steps in the passing lane.
Travis Best has 14.
Logan's going to take a timeout because the last two plays, they've just been asleep. One on the inbounds play, Andy Foster scores, and that pass inbounds was not good. Hey,
Joe Davis and Frankfort a moment ago had its biggest lead of the game at 4. The lead is now 2.
I'll test your age, Howard. That looked like Clyde Lavellet on that hook shot by big Joe Davis.
Out of the University of Kansas.
Absolutely. Travis Best made a mistake there and got away with it. He left his feet, but he found Harris wide open.
Harris.
Now they are going to take the timeout.
Timeout, Logansport. 2:39 left to go in the third quarter. It is Frankfort 50, Logansport 46. We'll be back after these messages.
Magic? No, it's keyless entry and remote start from Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff. You can start your vehicle from inside your home or office up to 400 feet away. Your car turns on its heat or air and automatically shuts off if you should forget. It can't be unlocked or driven without your key. Keyless entry is convenient and turns on your interior lights for safety. They also install cruise control, rear window defoggers, power locks, windows, and trunk release too. Is it magic? No, it's Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff at the corner of State Roads 19 and 22, Kokomo.
Since 1845, Mohawk has been the leader in high-quality carpets at every price point. We at McCool's Flooring Outlet also believe in selling quality flooring at the best possible value. That's why McCool's has become Indiana's #1 Mohawk dealer. Along with providing the best name brand in carpet, McCool's also carries the leading brands in vinyl, ceramic, and hardwood. So stop by McCool's Flooring Outlet for expert help with all your floor covering needs on US 31 South Kokomo and 146 in US 31 Westfield.
Good pay for hard work. That simple idea has built a nation and given workers in America's heartland the power to raise families and shape communities. Granted, a few things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same. We still believe in good pay for a day's work. We're IBP Logansport, an equal opportunity employer. Apply today. Contact the employment office or call 1-800-728-2709.
The Athletic Annex and Awards has moved to downtown Frankfort. Athletic Annex is under the new ownership of Scott Stewart, and he's ready to serve the sportswear needs of Central Indiana. The Athletic Annex has a wide variety of t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, and caps from high school to professional teams. The Athletic Annex also has trophies, awards, and sweatshirt and t-shirt transfers and a large selection of athletic shoes. So come to downtown Frankfort and see 1979 Marsh Hall of Fame Classic alumni Scott Stewart at the Athletic Annex, or call 654-4167.
2:39 left to go in the third quarter. It is a 4-point Frankfort lead, Dave.
Sure is. You know, Marty Eckenbarger's put together a couple of nice trips for his team. They're going to play in the Jeffersonville Holiday Tournament, and then they're going to play in the Van Exel Tournament, billed as the best high school tournament in the nation in Columbus, Ohio on January 17th.
As Joe Davis makes his move, he is fouled. It is on Mason Harris. 3 on Harris.
Harris giving up about 5 or 6 inches of height there, but he's a very aggressive player, and he's done a good job. That's his third, as you said. But Joe Davis has come in 6'7", junior, and helped this ball club. You see him there at the free throw line.
He's the tallest player on either team. He now has 4 points.
With a good summer's work coming up next summer and on the weights, he could be a real force for the Berries next year.
6'7" junior. It had eyes.
Got the bounce off the back of the rim.
50-48, Frankfort by 2. Harris. Bell. Here's Travis Best.
Yeah, he's getting bumped coming across. Number 23 for Logansport, I believe, would be Joe Alcar. And that's because Travis Best is just very good at putting the ball on the floor. You know, Howard, we get caught up in calling the game and watching it, but I hope the folks at home realize what a great high school game this is. Both teams, I said up front in the first 3 minutes, you can see they were very sound fundamentally, and we're still in a 2-point matchup with only 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter.
So here's Travis Best, the 6'2" senior. He will get the bonus. He now has 15.
That matches his season average, but there's going to be a lot of nights that number 31, Travis Best, gets 20, 25 points for the Hot Dogs this year.
He makes the second as well.
They're still in that forecourt man-to-man. They hardly ever change their philosophy. They just try to do what they do very well, and that's get after you defensively, not make too many mistakes with the ball.
Springer to Danley. Deep along that right sideline. The free man is Alkire. Won't go down. Foster has the rebound.
One thing Marty Eckenbarger said they had to do was improve rebounding one-on-one. Travis, he's left 2 of those out tonight.
Well, he missed the shot.
Remember at the end of the first half, he had a great move to the basket on that last second shot. Same deal there. He's making great moves, just not quite finishing it, but he stayed after it, drew the foul. You're going to see a replay. I want you to watch how quick his first step is. Travis Best, nice look at him there. We just saw the tail end of it. Fights, gets his own rebound. That's a lesson. Stay after it. If you miss your first one, don't get discouraged. Go right back and get it, put it back up again.
He makes that one. Travis Best.
We may get another look at this thing. Here it comes again. There's that crossover move. Quick step. He's home free. Just takes his eyes off the bankboard there. Should have kept focused on the rim. But comes back and gets fouled.
He has 17 points. Make it 18. You can tell by watching his form he's a good free throw shooter.
He's just very sound fundamentally, and he's an athlete. He's quick, strong, can do a lot of things.
Danley.
Obviously, that's why Denny Crum wants him down at Lou.
Frankfort has its biggest lead of the game, 6 points. And the Hot Dogs were down by 4 at halftime. They've outscored them by 10 in the quarter. Springer is fouled.
It's on Travis Best. That's his second. But I tell you, as well as Travis Best has played on offense, the difference in this ballgame right now is his defensive job he's done on Caleb Springer. And with the exception of about 3 or 4 minutes, he's guarded him the entire night. And I'm sure Caleb would be the first to tell you, as you get a good look at Coach Eckenbarger there making a substitute, Caleb Springer would be the first one to tell you that he's had a tough night out there against Travis Best.
Here is Ben Geisler checking back in.
Now you're going to see a replay here coming up, Howard. There's a good penetration move. Caleb Springer and Best had his arm on him, kind of pushing on his hip all the way down.
Springer makes the first. He has 12.
If I'm Logansport, I want number 33 to have a touch on the ball every time down. I'm not saying he should shoot it every time, but he's got to touch the ball. He's such a threat with the ball. He's got to get his hands on it.
He is a 6'4" senior. He now has 5 field goals and 3 of 3 from the line for 13.
Special guest in the crowd tonight, Pat Aikman, the director of the Indiana All-Star team. He's looking at 3 potential players, Foster and Best of Frankfort, and of course Springer. So he's analyzing all 3 tonight.
Williams.
Nice steal
Intercepted
again.
and stolen by Bell.
Almost throwing back away, but this Frankfurt defense is relentless, and it may really take its toll in the fourth quarter because it wears you out. They play that way for 32 minutes, and not to take anything away from Logansport, but it does cause a little bit fatigue the way they come at you defensively.
Best. And a foul.
Caleb
With
Springer.
57 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's Caleb Springer's second personal. And I tell you what Frankfurt's going to do. They're going to shoot free throws right now. That's 9 team fouls on Logansport. One more, and they're in the double bonus, and we've got a whole quarter of basketball left.
Brian Castle at the line.
And the way Frankfurt can penetrate with the ball, I think we're going to see a parade to the free throw line by the white shirts in the fourth quarter.
Castle makes the free throw. .8 seconds left in the third quarter. And this 6-point lead equals Frankfurt's largest lead of the game. Springer. Big possession. And he hits. 4.56-52
Now, what
lead
coach
for
would like to
Frankfurt.
do is get the last shot here unless he can get a wide open one.
Well, that was a high percentage shot from the line, but he missed it.
I'll tell you what, I think Travis Best is probably fortunate he got fouled there, or Coach Eckenbarger would not have liked that opportunity, because I thought he kind of forced that a little bit. That foul was on Danley, number 25, his second, but I think he would have rather run the clock down, taking the last shot of the quarter, and Travis had an opening. Here comes a replay, and you're going to see Travis Best right here get stuck in the air, but you've got athletic ability to pull it back, put it back up, and draw the foul. That takes good athletic ability to hang in the air to get that double pump.
So here's Travis at the line. And he makes that. One key in this game is that Frankfurt has picked up 5 3-point field goals. Logansport only 1 3-point field goal.
Frankfurt has really picked up their shooting. You remember you and I talked at halftime. They're going to shoot better in the second half than 35%. They're 7 of 12 from the field in this third quarter.
And a steal by Foster. Boom. It is an 8-point Frankfurt lead. With 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Remember, the Hot Dogs were down by 4 at halftime. The shot is no good by Danley. The rebound to Geisler.
Now you want one shot because
seconds.
it's 12 seconds. And they've got the ball, and the guy they want to have it in Travis Best. It'll be he or Foster off the penetration.
5 seconds. Best.
Short.
He's short. That ends the third quarter. A great quarter for Frankfurt. The score after 3. Frankfurt 60. Logansport 52. Back with the fourth quarter after these words.
Mr. Thurston will see you now. Tell me about your invention. I call it the incandescent globe. Globe? A filament in an inert gas. Yes, but what does it do, Mr. Edison? It lights up. It lights up. It lights up. It lights up.
If you think all bankers are alike, talk to the Farmers Bank. We'll listen to your ideas.
Emma's is better. Emma's Pizzeria is better because of their famous all-you-can-eat buffets. The lunch buffet from 11 to 2 and the dinner buffet from 4:30 to 8, Monday through Saturday. The buffet includes pizza, salad, and drink. Emma's also has tacos and delicious stromboli and hot ham and cheese sandwiches. Plus, Tuesdays enjoy chocolate pizza, and Thursdays dig into the spaghetti buffet. So come to Emma's Pizzeria in the Frankfort Shopping Plaza or call 659-4666. Remember, Emma's is better.
Some people think that buying a car is a lot like playing basketball. They feel like they have to run back and forth between dealers to score big and to get a really good deal. At Dan Young, we know playing this game is not fun, so we don't mess around. We believe in giving a fair and a competitive price the first time, every time. We know we have to earn your business, and that's why we give you the best possible service before and after the sale. If you're tired of playing around, come to Dan Young GM on State Road 28 East in Tipton. We are what buying a car or truck should be.
For over 50 years, Weldy Custom Exterior in Frankfort has been serving this area, and they're proud of their high-quality vinyl windows. Now you can talk to Weldy Windows in Kokomo. All Weldy window replacements have energy-efficient features like an 8-chambered main frame, optional argon gas-enhanced low-E glass, special formulated vinyl material, interlocking sash corners, and tamper-resistant dual locks.
For a free estimate on Welty windows or ABC seamless siding, call your Central Indiana manufacturer now.
Fourth and final quarter, Dave.
There's a replay we saw a little bit of there. Foster making that last steal. What a big basket that was to give Frankfort an 8-point lead.
Frankfort outscoring Logansport. Frankfort outscoring them 28-16. We've got the Boys Hall of Fame Classic upcoming.
2 weeks from Saturday. Friday we have the girls on Friday, and then but the boys then play 2 weeks from Saturday. That's going to be 2 great days of basketball, all of which is going to be shown on Channel 40. And we always have 4 of the best girls teams in the state, 4 of the best boys teams. This year is no exception. I saw the seating chart for the other day. We still have a lot of seats available, but we have sold an enormous number of tickets to see that thing. It'll be at Newcastle. If you can't make it over there, we'll bring it to you on Channel 40.
Boys Hall of Fame Classic, Saturday, December 28th. We'll do all 3 games.
Logan gets the ball to start the 4th quarter, and immediately Travis Best picks up a foul. Marty Eckenbarger did not want to see that happen, as that's his 3rd. That's his 7th personal on Frankfort, so Logan's in the 1-and-1. Frankfort's in the double bonus. This could be a long quarter at the free throw line, Howard.
Frankfort leads by 8. And Caleb Springer at the line. 3rd quarter, Frankfort 8 of 17. Logansport 5 of 12 from the floor. Logansport 7 turnovers, Frankfort 2. And that's a big key in this game. Logansport's committed 18 turnovers and Frankfort 9.
And Foster picks up another foul immediately on the rebound, and this is not what Coach Eckenbarger wants to happen. He's up screaming, box out, saying if you check out, that will not happen, and he's exactly right.
Here is Buzz.
There's a good look at Coach Marty Eckenbarger. Does an outstanding job.
Buzz Miller at the line.
Used to coach at Princeton, Braybuff, and various other places. Marty has won 315 games and lost 225 in his illustrious career. In 7 years at Frankfort, he's won 97 games and losing only 49. Of course, he had an outstanding player in Travis Trice that started at Purdue and ended up at Butler a few years ago.
60-53. 7-point Frankfort lead. Opening moment of the 4th quarter.
How's Dennis Casey know all this stuff?
He's a smart man.
Here we go, breakaway.
How are they going to call that a foul?
That's on 51, Ben Geisler. I only have Ben for 1 personal.
Lucas will go to the line. 1-1 for Matt Lucas.
You know, something the fans at home can watch for. Both teams are playing so tight defensively as Lucas makes that free throw. If either team will start to back cut a little bit, I think it's going to result in some layups, and you might watch that because Frankfort sets the back screens a lot anyway, as does Logansport, and I think you'll get open along that baseline.
Lucas misses the second. And another turnover. The 19th turnover of the game committed by Logansport.
That one was pretty much unforced.
Wow, what a long shot that was by Foster.
He's capable of hitting that, and we've got a lot of time left. They're going to play the way they got the lead. They're not going to get conservative. You saw Ben Geisler there do something so many high school kids do. He went after that rebound with one hand. I always ask the kid, can you palm the basketball? And they say no. I said, well, why do you go after one hand? You can't catch the ball. You got to put two hands up there to rebound.
All right, Lucas. And he hits.
Big shot.
It is 60-56. The lead is 4.
Logan's playing man-to-man. Watch the back screens.
Logansport outscored him 4-0 here in this fourth quarter.
May have traveled right
they
there.
Wanted to walk on Best.
Coach Springer thought he did. I have to agree. I thought he shuffled him.
Here's Travis Best. Foster. He's got it. Andy Foster with his 4th three-point.
You know what I said about a good shooter? He just missed one, but he's going to shoot that all night because he's going to hit a great percentage of those.
Danley. Matt Danley now has 15.
Where have you been, Matt Danley? You had 2, 4, 6, 9 points in the first quarter and only 6 since then.
Foster misses this one. Battle for the rebound. And they got Buzz Miller.
I think that's 5.
Yep.
I think Buzz Miller is done for the night. That was a hustle play, a loose ball. He went for it. He got just a little bit of a touch of the man. And he's disappointed, but he gave his team a great effort tonight. Buzz Miller fouling out for the Berries. You're going to see a replay on this. This ball comes loose. This is a shot you're seeing. Now watch the play after it comes loose. It gets knocked loose here by Miller. He goes after it. That's almost a hustle, let go play, no call. I'd like to see him just let that type of play go on.
Here is Mason Harris at the line.
And remember, we're in the double bonus, so Harris is going to get 2 personals. Frankfort will get 2 every time they're fouled from this point on, unless it's following a made field goal.
Harris is a 6'2 senior. Short. It is 63-58.
Andy Foster shot it to win in. He wanted to make sure there's a hole in the net, and Roger Holder, the official, said, don't do that. Give me the ball.
No good.
I'll tell you what's showing up a little bit. It's a little fatigue. Both of those free throws were short on the front edge. And you'll see both teams do that.
They need him to take charge, but he misses the shot.
Well, he's right there at the ball.
Will they count it? No.
They called it travel.
Traveling is the call. 6:09 to go. 5-point lead for Frankfort.
Great hustle play there by Caleb Springer to go get that offensive rebound after his miss. He did scoot his feet a little bit.
Here's Best.
Watch the screening by Frankfort. Marty Eckenbarger has been yelling screen. He's wanting them to set screens away from the ball. You see Harris setting good screens.
What a move by Travis Best, who has come alive.
That's his game in the open court. He can go one-on-one with anyone.
He's got 22 points to lead all scorers.
And I keep saying, has played a great defensive
defensively,
game.
Yep, he's kept Springer in check.
That's a bad foul. That's Best reaching. That's his 4th personal. And Coach Eckenbarger's got to make a decision. I think he'll take him out with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go up 7.
You're
give
right.
him about 3 minutes.
You know, not a good foul. He was nowhere close to shooting at all.
A replay. You're going to see him reach. That comes from fatigue. He's given a great effort. Watch him reach here. He didn't have his feet ready to move. He was up out of a stance. Just not a good foul by Travis Best.
5.5 to go in the game. A 7-point lead for Frankfort. Logansport led by 4 at the quarter, by 4 at the half, and Frankfort led by 8 after 3 quarters. Springer hits that one.
So much of the game, Howard, is played with the feet. Defensively, you got to bend your knees and move your feet. Offensively, if you're going to shoot the ball, you got to have your feet ready before you catch the ball and release it upon catch, as Caleb Springer knocks in that second one.
Frankfort took the lead with 3.5 to go in the third quarter and has led ever since. 5:20 to go in the game. Castle out to Eckelbarger. Near steal, recovered by Harris.
Frankfort's got to keep playing their offense. They can't get sticky with the ball. They got to keep screening and going to score. Much too early to try to put the ball away.
Ball belongs to Frankfort. A whistle away from the ball.
They got Harris with an offensive screen foul. That's his 4th as well. So now all of a sudden, Logansport's been in a little foul trouble. Harris and Best both have 4 for Frankfort. And, of course, Logan is in the 1-and-1. Both teams in the double bonus. So I think if I'm coaching either team, I say, guys, we've got to stop fouling. You're giving each team 2 free throws every time. You know, I was talking about the game being played with your feet. I've been working with my son now at North Putnam, and I'm supposed to say hello to the North Putnam team, which I just did, okay? But I said, you got to get...
You didn't miss a beat there.
I said, you got to get in the stance on offense. And they look at me like, Coach, you mean stance on defense? No, you got to bend your knees and get ready in a stance on offense so you can get the shot off quicker, or you're not going to be a good shooter. And young people don't understand that sometimes. They kind of stand around till they get the ball, then get ready. You got to be ready before you get the ball.
And the shot is no good by Matt Williams. He gets one more. We should point out your son is the first-year coach of the North Putnam Cougars.
Having a good time with it, and I think is going to be a good coach. I hope so, of course, from a father's standpoint.
Well, he's got an excellent teacher. Here's Travis Best back in the game with 4 personals to Eckelbarger.
Now watch the screens on either wing. They're screening down and cutting away from the ball is where I'm talking about. Not on the ball, but they screen away.
A long one
that
by
was partly
Eckelbarger.
blocked. Danley got part of that as Eckenbarger tried to shoot the 3.
They push it up for it in a hurry.
Frankfort's getting a little bit of trouble here.
And he hits.
You know, I think Frankfort's getting a little bit sticky. They're going to take a timeout. Marty Eckenbarger thought the same thing.
Timeout, Frankfort. 4:24 to go in the game. Frankfort 65, Logansport 63. We'll be back after these words.
High school athletics are an important part of your community, and so is community banking. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years, First Farmers Bank and Trust is your hometown community bank. While deposits in larger banks may be invested several states away, the money you entrust to First Farmers is reinvested into small businesses, farms, and families in your area. So keep your interest at home. Come see us at First Farmers Bank and Trust, helping your community grow. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Fry and Ginda Funeral Home in Frankfort, we understand that you need a caring place to turn to after a loved one has passed away. We've put families first for over 60 years, and we know that you don't have to be impersonal to be professional. In fact, every service is handled with the individual care and attention it deserves. At Fry and Ginda, you'll find a comforting environment in which needed arrangements can be made. Our home is open to you at your time of need. Fry and Ginda Funeral Home in Frankfort, putting families first.
The Athletic Annex and Awards has moved to downtown Frankfort. Athletic Annex is under the new ownership of Scott Stewart, and he's ready to serve the sportswear needs of Central Indiana. The Athletic Annex has a wide variety of t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, and caps from high school to professional teams. The Athletic Annex also has trophies, awards, and sweatshirt and t-shirt transfers, and a large selection of athletic shoes. So come to downtown Frankfort and see 1979 Marsh Hall of Fame Classic alumni Scott Stewart at the Athletic Annex, or call 654-4167.
For over 50 years, Weldy Custom Exterior in Frankfort has been serving this area, and they're proud of their high-quality vinyl windows. Now you can talk to Weldy Windows in Kokomo. All Weldy window replacements have energy-efficient features like an 8-chambered main frame, optional argon gas-enhanced low-E glass, special formulated vinyl material, interlocking sash corners, and tamper-resistant dual locks.
For a free estimate on Welty windows or ABC seamless siding, call your Central Indiana manufacturer now.
4:24 to go. We've got a good one on the Channel 40 Game of the Week.
We've got 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, and you're right. It is a good basketball game.
Frankfort leading by 2. Travis Best misses. And the rebound pulled down by Matt Lucas.
They had Williams down court. Logan is still sending a man down court, leaking out when Frankfort shoots. If they'll take advantage of that, I think they'll be able to get a wide open layup.
They got it in Springer's hands, and there he goes, and it counts for a foul.
Here comes a replay. You're going to see Caleb Springer at his best. Behind his back, go to his right hand, step through, draws the foul, and finishes. That's all you can do. And we said earlier, you got to keep the ball in number 33's hands if you're Logansport.
We are tied at 65 as Brian Castle picks up his 4th personal, and Logansport takes the lead. Caleb Springer is 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
When it's win time, you go to your best player. They're going to call that offensive foul, and probably rightfully so. Number 51 for Frankfort set a moving screen. That's Ben Geisler. And they're going to shoot that because he did not have the ball. It was not an offensive foul. So Logansport's got a chance to go up 3. What I started to talk about there, Howard, when you're in the last 4 minutes of the game, if you're Frankfort, you want Foster and Best to get the shots. If you're Logansport, I want Danley and I want Caleb Springer, of course, to get the shot.
All right, here's Danley at the line. Logansport is on a 10-2 run. 11-2.
If either team gets tight, cautious, they'll get blown out by 12 points. You've got a lot of time left. You've got to play the basketball game and not get cautious at this point in time.
Both teams have shot well from the line, but that one's no good.
Both are veteran teams. I don't expect either team to get tight, to be frank, because they've both been there before. Veteran ball players on both teams.
Harris. Here's Best playing with 4 personals.
He's got to be a little cautious on the both ends, and
Foster is fouled.
It's on Kyle Miller, number 15, his first, I believe. Sending an awful good shooter to the line for 2, and Andy Foster, number 41.
Foster at the line, 3:27 to go, and Logansport leads by 2.
If you're an inexperienced ball club, you look up at the clock with 3:27, a 2-point game, and you start worrying about losing. But if you're a veteran ball club and have been here before, you think about winning. There's a lot of difference between playing to win and worrying about losing.
Foster makes the free throw. Well said, and said like a former coach. This would tie it. No good. 1 point Logansport lead. Here's Springer.
I'll tell you the difference right now.
Well,
Travis Best cannot go at Springer like he has because he's carrying 4 personals, and that's a smart play by Coach Springer to put the ball in his son's hand because he knows Travis Best has to guard him with 4 personals, and if you take Best out of that lineup, that's a big factor in determining the outcome of this game.
Harris off the dribble, won't go down. The rebound to Matt Lucas. Here's Springer, and Brian Castle is on him. Springer off the dribble.
A little bit off balance
his own
there.
Shot out of bounds to Logansport. And we've got an injured
player down on the floor that hit his head and face on the floor a little bit.
Brian
he says
Castle.
he's okay. He's up and walking away. But the trainer's out there, so now he's going to have to come out for at least one live ball.
We'll pause for these words.
Arnie's is a tradition, and it's on the square in Frankfort. Arnie's is fun, food, and mood. Fun for the entire family with all the traditional Arnie's food. Arnie's Jr., Arnie's Pizza, soups, salads, subs, sandwiches, and more. Experience the Arnie's tradition for lunch, dinner, parties, and business meetings. Anytime is Arnie's time. Fun, food, mood.
Mr. Thurston will see you now. Look what I have here, sir.
What is this, green ice cream?
Oh, spinach.
Frozen, huh?
Absolutely, Mr. Thurston. Now, food growing here can be eaten here weeks.
Frozen? Frozen food, Mr. Birdseye? People are gonna eat frozen food?
You think all bankers are alike? Talk to the Farmers Bank. We'll listen to your ideas.
Since 1845, Mohawk has been the leader in high-quality carpets at every price point. We at McCool's Flooring Outlet also believe in selling quality flooring at the best possible value. That's why McCool's has become Indiana's #1 Mohawk dealer. Along with providing the best name brand in carpet, McCool's also carries the leading brands in vinyl, ceramic, and hardwood. So stop by McCool's Flooring Outlet for expert help with all your floor covering needs on US 31 South Kokomo and 146 in US 31 Westfield.
Good pay for hard work. That simple idea has built a nation and given workers in America's heartland the power to raise families and shape communities. Granted, a few things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same. We still believe in good pay for a day's work. We're IBP Logansport, an equal opportunity employer. Apply today. Contact the employment office or call 1-800-728-2709.
Okay.
2:49 to go.
Here's a quick look at this replay. You're going to see a wide scramble. Watch for Castle 13. He gets on the bottom of this stack, and watch his head. Right there, the Logansport player dove on him, and his face hit directly on the court, but he's okay. He'll be back.
Logansport ball. And a turnaround move by Lucas, and he's fouled in the act of shooting.
It's probably a good foul by Andy Foster because certainly Lucas had almost a sure 2 points, and now he's going to put the big guy at the foul line and make him earn them from there. Andy's not in real foul trouble. That's only his third personal foul.
Matt Lucas, a 6'5" senior, twisted his ankle a while back. Not 100%, but playing well. He has 9 points. No good.
Turned out to be a real good foul by Andy Foster because he didn't get the basket, and he's already missed one. So the most thing come out of there is Frankfort trailing by 2.
2:40 to go in the game. 1 point Logansport lead. He missed them both.
Big trip here for Frankfort with 2:36 to go in the ball game. Need to get a good look. Shouldn't leave your feet there, Travis. Stay on your feet. No jump passes, please.
Over to Eckelbarger. Here's Foster. Foster.
There's a layup. Nice pass. Drew the foul.
Drew the foul.
Nice pass from Andy Foster down to Harris.
So Mason Harris will go to the line, and he will shoot 2. That's on Matt Lucas. That's 4 on Lucas.
That was a good series for Frankfort. They needed to get a good look. You're going to see a good play here by Andy Foster, being the scorer he is. See that down pass? Had Harris. Good up fake by Harris and draws a foul. Probably should have finished it. He's probably saying, I should have made that shot. And he's right. He'll get 2 personals.
His team down by 1. Tie game.
I'll tell you what, if I'm going to go to battle, I'd like to have Harris with me. He's a hard-nosed young man. There's no quit in him. He's a good player.
No good. Springer with a rebound.
Every possession now is critical with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Springer and a whistle.
I don't think you want to foul him quite that far out.
It is on Mike Bell, his second. Well, we have had a lot of fouls as you look at Marty Eckelbarger.
Called the foul on him. Marty Eckelbarger was saying that Springer was backing him down, but you got to give him a little bit of room there. And Caleb Springer, of course, if you're Logansport, that's who you want up there. He got a slow start. Remember, he didn't score in the first quarter. He already has 20 points in the last 3 quarters, now 21.
Springer makes the free throw.
Just replay coming up here. Now watch. And I think Frankfort's playing him a little bit too tight. There's a touch by Eckenbarger. There's a reach by Eckenbarger, and then Bell comes up and really hacks him. So it was a good call.
So it is a 2-point lead for Logansport.
Give the edge to Logansport. They've had a good trip. Now Frankfort's got to answer. There's a hold inside by number 15 for Logansport, Kyle Miller. You're going to see Andy Foster go to the basket.
2 on Miller.
I tell you what created that. Foster went down and really aggressively post up. I'm not sure Andy didn't create the contact, but if you're a good post player, you're supposed to put your tail into that guy and back him up a little bit. And the referee sees the guy against you, and he calls a defensive foul.
Brian Castle, number 13, back in for Frankfort. So here's Andy Foster.
If I'm Frankfort, I like having Andy Foster at the foul line.
22 points for Andy Foster.
We still got 1:58, Howard. There can be 8 or 10 points scored by either ball club yet.
As we saw in overtime last week.
28 in that one. I've never seen that before.
Nope.
Well, you got 1 or 2
28 by
again.
Oak Hill.
He had tough luck with that second free throw.
1:50 to go in the game. Logansport ball, and the Berries have a 1-point lead.
Now,
well, I'll tell you, they are calling him very closely.
That was on Eric Eckenbarger, and he's getting up under him pretty good, but I'm not sure it's been any different than it was earlier in the game. You know, and what you don't want to see is a call made now that you didn't make earlier. Stay consistent. Players know what to expect that way.
So here is Matt Williams at the line.
Here comes that replay. Let's see how much number 11 doesn't get there. We're getting a good look at it. See, he's leaning on him a little bit, but nothing major. I think that's been going on the whole game. They selected to call it.
And he makes that one.
That's what a senior guard should do. Matt Williams makes 2 big ones.
So Logansport now leads by 3. Logansport's outscored them by 11 points in this 4th quarter.
Need to get a real good opportunity here.
Best. 1:30 to go in the game. Foster for 3. No good.
That wasn't the best opportunity, I didn't think.
That would have tied it had it gone.
He was defended and kind of leaning, I thought.
Steal. Foster. And he is fouled in the act of shooting.
Andy Foster's wanting the intentional foul, but I don't think so. He clearly got part of the ball, and when you get part of the ball and go for the ball, you know what I think? I think Andy Foster should have given that ball to Travis Best. Here comes a replay. Watch what happens here. Here's a great play. Foster gets a piece. Here's Best, who made the play. Now Foster's going to come up with this ball. He's got 31 down in front of him. Give it to him. Give it to him. Travis Best had a wide open walk-in. Andy Foster's going to go to the line, but I think he should have passed to his teammate.
You know, you got to give Best credit for that steal. He's playing with 4 personal fouls.
Absolutely, but with 1:16, you got to go for broke. And, you know, there's a danger in passing the ball. It could be mishandled, but Travis had about 6 feet lead on anybody, and I believe Travis Best would have already had the 2 points up on the board.
1:16 to go in the game. It is a 3-point Logansport lead. The Berries led by 4 at the quarter and by 4 at the half, but the Frankfort Hot Dogs led by 8 after 3. And Logansport has really come along here in this 4th quarter. Logansport's outscored them 19-8 in this period.
Well, you know, we talked about the good players, and they're making the plays at both ends. Caleb Springer has 7 points in this quarter. You look on the other side, Foster has 4, Best has 4. You would expect that to happen. But you know, Howard, it's 1:16. If you're Logansport, let's say the worst scenario for Frankfort and Foster misses this. It's hard to hold that ball for 1:16. And you got to think Andy's going to hit 2 free throws.
Foster misses.
You know, he's missed 3 of his last 5 free throws, I believe. And that's very uncharacteristic of Andy Foster. He's played very hard and played very well.
He makes that one.
2-point game.
And
I don't understand him passing it into the big guy. He took a timeout, and that's what the bench was
Matt
calling
Lucas.
for. Heads up play.
1:12 to go in the game. It is Logansport 71, Frankfort 69.
Howard, this might be a good time for me to plug the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame membership drive. I'm chairing that this year, and we've sent letters to a person in every county in Indiana and asked him to become team captain. If you're listening out there, team captains, go find those 2 new members for us. And if there's someone watching this game that really has had basketball be an important part of their life, call me in Noblesville High School or call the Hall of Fame. We'll send you a brochure, and we'll give you an opportunity to become a part of the great organization, the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. It's a fun thing to do, and there's a lot of benefits from doing that, and it's a chance to give back to the game a little bit.
And speaking of the Hall of Fame, the Boys Hall of Fame, 2 weeks from tomorrow. We look forward to that. We'll televise all 3 games.
Hey, that was a heads-up play by Lucas as he got stuck with the ball and had the good judgment to take the immediate timeout rather than get a 5-second call or get a steal by Frankfort.
Okay.
One thing about this, Frankfort's used to pressing, and they don't back off.
They had a man basket hanging. Danley.
Nice move. Athletic move.
Matt Danley.
That's an absolutely great one-on-one move by Danley.
Logansport by 4. We're under a minute.
No use to panic yet. You've got 50 seconds left. You're only down 4. The important thing is to get a good 2 or a good 3, either one.
Travis Best back outside to Eckelbarger.
Left it short.
And the rebound
Travis
to
Best
Springer.
and Harris.
2-on-1.
Danley.
And he missed the shot. The rebound put up and in by Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller, benefit of a missed shot. Now Frankfort's got to go.
lead.
It's only 25 seconds, and they're down 6.
Foster forces a 3 way off. It's nothing. Springer throws it ahead. They ought to bring the ball back out now.
They're trying to. They're trying to. That was Matt Williams, a senior guard, and he was trying to do just exactly what you said. He circled to the corner. Now with 14.9 left, down 6, this ball game's over. You have to give Frankfort a lot of credit. Played a great game. That was Harris's 5th personal foul. He played a nice ball game. I'll tell you what happened the last time down here. Frankfort had that offensive rebound, but both Harris and Bass went for it, knocked it out of each other's hands, and Logan came up with it.
Okay, it is a 6-point Logansport lead with 14 9-point seconds to go in the game. Logansport at the line as well.
A guy that really has stepped up for the Berries tonight has been Matt Danley. I thought that last play just demonstrated his athletic ability. He took off about 10 feet out and got all the way to the glass for a lay-in.
Williams makes the free throw.
That's Matt Williams' 4th free throw already here in the 4th quarter. That's what a senior guard should do, and he certainly stepped up and done it at the free throw line for the Berries.
He's got 8 points. He misses that one, but they're 3 possessions down.
Not enough
12
time.
Seconds. Best.
Not enough time.
And that's going to about do it. 5 seconds to go.
Andy Foster.
Foster, they did the right thing in letting him score. The game is over. Logansport overcomes an 8-point 4th quarter deficit. And the final, Logansport 76, Frankfort 71. We'll be back after these messages.
High school athletics are an important part of your community, and so is community banking. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years, First Farmers Bank and Trust is your hometown community bank. While deposits in larger banks may be invested several states away, the money you entrust to First Farmers is reinvested into small businesses, farms, and families in your area. So keep your interest at home. Come see us at First Farmers Bank and Trust, helping your community grow. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Magic? No, it's keyless entry and remote start from Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff. You can start your vehicle from inside your home or office up to 400 feet away. Your car turns on its heat or air and automatically shuts off if you should forget. It can't be unlocked or driven without your key. Keyless entry is convenient and turns on your interior lights for safety. They also install cruise control, rear window defoggers, power locks, windows, and trunk release too. Is it magic? No, it's Panda Vans and Truck and Stuff at the corner of State Roads 19 and 22, Kokomo.
Emma's is better. Emma's Pizzeria is better because of their famous all-you-can-eat buffets. The lunch buffet from 11 to 2 and the dinner buffet from 4:30 to 8, Monday through Saturday. The buffet includes pizza, salad, and drink. Emma's also has tacos and delicious stromboli and hot ham and cheese sandwiches. Plus, Tuesdays enjoy chocolate pizza, and Thursdays dig into the spaghetti buffet. So come to Emma's Pizzeria in the Frankfort Shopping Plaza or call 659-4666. Remember, Emma's is better.
Isn't it time to make sure your little angels are receiving enough essential nutrients for proper growth when they need it the most? Healthy Choices is proud to announce Little Angels from Maximum Living, a liquid children's multivitamin and mineral supplement. Little Angels is made from the highest quality nutrient sources and contains no artificial colors or flavors. Its pleasant orange taste will be an unexpected delight and will help provide essential nutrients to your growing child. Vitamin D and K are included, along with calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, boron, selenium, and many more minerals. Place your order by calling Healthy Choices at 1-800-365-3732. Little Angels, for children of all ages.
Howard Kellman, Dave Nicholson, we are back at Frankfort High School, and number 12 ranked Frankfort beaten by Logansport 76-71. Logansport down by 8 at the end of 3 quarters, pulls it out for Logansport. Matt Danley had 20. Caleb Springer, the high point man for the Berries, with 22. For Frankfort, the game's high scorer, Andy Foster, with 24, and Travis Best added 22. Quite a game, Dave.
It was an outstanding high school basketball game, Howard, and you know, the difference was the last minute and 15 seconds. Logansport made the plays, and Frankfort wasn't able to complete theirs. But looking at the rebounding, that could have been the difference in the second half. It was very, very close in the first half. Logan ended up with a sizable margin. They had 38 rebounds to only 27 for Frankfort. That was kind of counteracted because Logan made 22 turnovers to only 10 for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. It was a great high school basketball game. If they played 3 times, I don't know who would win 2 out of 3. To be honest, I don't think any one of them would win 3 out of 3, but it was a great basketball game. Historically, Frankfort's had a little bit of trouble beating Logansport. Maybe that came into play in the last minute and 15 seconds. Great individual play, great team play, two well-coached ball clubs. Logansport comes out on top tonight.
Logansport led by 4 at the quarter, 4 at halftime. Frankfort led by 8 after 3, and Logansport wins by 5.
One more important stat, Logan shot it at 53% for the night, and very uncharacteristic of the Frankfort Hot Dogs, they shot only 37%. Usually it comes down to who shoots the ball the best, and it did tonight.
So that's the story here. 2 weeks from tomorrow, the boys Hall of Fame